when you're on the come up, you work so hard for things that people wamepata tu out of being diligent. Unang'ang'ana bro, unakam nao media wote nini, umewalipa most probably wote. Maybe it's a strategy for you. Bro, but there are people who akifika tu hapa blue, watu watajileta wenyewe.
People just come,
just out of them being diligent in their work and keeping pushing and the favor that God amewapatia.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
Good morning, Africa. Good morning, Kenya. And more importantly, men, good morning, Mombasa. This is your captain speaking, taking over the airwaves this morning. So, of course, if you're looking in right about now, trace us anywhere in the world, www.blueradio.co.ke. That is an NSG with Nella Ross, of course, from the brand new album, Area Boys. Now, speaking of Area Boys, there is a gentleman, Ako Area. I don't want to do a long introduction. I love doing that. But today, I'm going to give him the chance, of course, to introduce himself. I don't know how he likes doing it. Guys are like, Mimi Munite, a.k.a. Sujinani, no. So right about now, the moment of truth, the moment we all have been waiting for. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, bro.
Nimebonga sana hapo.
Uko sawa, captain. Uko sawa. Take us, bro.
Asante tena sana. So for anyone who hasn't heard your music before, who ajui who Manolo is, I would like you, to tell us who Manolo is. Where did Manolo start? How did this, enterprise come to be?
All right, so I'm Manolo. I'm a gospel musician, rapper, singer, songwriter, and performing artist. And I use music as a tool to spread out the faith, just to give people hope. My main thing is just giving people hope. I want you to listen to my music, no kwena hope, yani. That, man, stakufa, tomorrow is another day. Yeah, and so how I started out in a group called Recap. In that was long ago, 2012.
Ndio maana ni TBT. By the way, today is on a Thursday. Today is on a Thursday.
2012.
Maybe. Yeah.
Started out in a group called Recap, and we gave people a couple of jams. Tonight, 5 stones. All I need is 5 stones, and I will slay the giant. We gave people a couple of jams, for those who remember. And then now, in 2018, I branched out as Manolo sasa.
Yeah.
As a solo act, and started out with the jams that you played one by one in a previous show. And then from there, the rest is history. Sasa niko hapa Blue. Yeah,
for sure. Karibu sana.
Asante.
I don't want to do all the talking.
Yeah,
I want the music to do the talking.
Yeah.
So without much further ado, it's an exclusive listening party this morning.
Let's go.
I want to get into this track right here, inajulikana kama intro ya the album. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to hit our listeners with this one, and then when we move, we'll be diving a little bit deeper into this conversation. So wherever you're locked in, remember you can send us those questions via our website www.blueradio.co.ke. Manolo in the building.
Oh, give it all to the Lord, yeah. Oh, give it all to the Lord, yeah.
Buddha boss.
Yo.
Asante tena sana. Inakuwa nzuri tena sana. Hey, my guy.
Bro.
Do you I was watching a stage performance you did, I believe 9 months ago.
Yeah.
This song, if you went up on the stage.
Yes.
Si crowd inaweza go crazy huko ndani.
Hey, crowd every time will respond because Karibu ni him inajulikana, imbo kutoka kitambo. So of course every time nikianza, in fact mianza live set zangu mingi zianza na hakika wema nazo fadhili. So it's a song that everybody knows. So we sing it, tunaingia kwa hiyo moment si wote. Then we start.
Then now you get down to business.
We get down to business.
I have this question. Over the years, size here in Kenya, we've seen our artists, guys who have been in industry doing great things.
Yeah.
So we saw Nyashinsky doing Shin City.
Yeah.
Crazy Ken is trying to do something big.
Yeah.
For you as Manolo, do we have to, can we or should we prepare for something Manolo is going to be throwing a concert,
Kabisa.
Stuff like that,
Kabisa, bro. I've always been about it. When I was in the group Recap, boldly we just did in 2017. I remember that time we filled up Arboretum, ilija, bro. Arboretum in Nairobi. We filled it up. And guys came through and we had a good event. So I've always been about it. 2021, I did an event called The One Live. And 2022, I did the same event in Nairobi Cinema. So 2023, nimewapa album. So that 2024, we go big or go home. Bro, I'm going to be doing a crazy tour and definitely nitaileta Mombasa. All my people from Mombasa, manze. Sijawasahau. Ta make sure nimekuja. Takampia bado blue.
ilikuwa nakuja na badness cause I would like to say watu wa Nairobi yani mnataka tu Mombasa tukwe tunasikianga tu hizi story because we never see these events, you know, coming down south. Actually I was surprised when, you know, I was nilikuwa na boy, you know, but then Manolo will be in town. I was like aje hizi kitu ina happen, una get.
Sina shughuli nyingine bro. Nimekuja tu media tour, interviews.
And I'm very curious, you know, why, because ini kitu sijaona many artists wakidu, una get. Why start off Mombasa before, you know, like go to the rest of the country? What is the strategy behind that?
Bro, let me tell you, there's no strategy behind it per se. Acha nisiji pump up that we had a team, we sat down and saw statistically. Let me tell you, bro. I'm a gospel musician. Na gospel by the way lazima leave it out. Ndio unaona watu wengi waliacha. Juu gospel lazima ikuwe ni kitu unaishi daily. And the biggest inspiration when it comes to gospel ni ile kazi tunafanya ni Mungu, bro. We just pray and tell God, nisaidie. Niambie venye nitafanya vitu. So I prayed about it. And in my plan hizi ni zile naita God ideas. Mimi nilisikia tupige coast. So I'm going to do Mombasa, I'm going to do Nakuru, I'm going to do, but why not Mombasa?
For sure.
Why not Mombasa? You know, Mombasa is fresh, people are chilled. I love Mombasa because it's one of the places mi kuja alafu boldly natembea usiku. Wase wanakuanga na ropoa tu and most people don't mean you harm. So why not Mombasa?
For sure. Inakuwa nzuri tena sana. Like I said, man, the music is gonna be doing all the talking. I'm gonna be hitting you with this one. It's called A Style Different.
Let's go.
And then when we mujes, I want to talk about your work ethic. You know, we don't see many artists, you know, especially gospel artists, you know, doing albums, doing concerts. I want us to get into that whole groove, you know, about the work ethic, you know, about producing this album. What went into it? How's inakuwa nzuri tena sana. Let's go.
Anakuja na style yake kwa wakati wake. Oh, different. Oh, different. Yeah. Different. Yeah. Different. Gee.
You guys should see how my guest hapa ndani anajibamba. The energy never lies, man. Energy never lies.
Bro.
I'm curious though, you know, what amount of time did you like you know, take, you know, into writing, you know, these tracks, you know, the heart that went into producing it? How long did it, you know, first and foremost take you?
Noma sana. So we started recording in 2021.
Yeah. And you're releasing it 2023.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this body of work, it's a good mistake. So what happened is I have a good friend, he's a producer anaitwa Wodomolo.
Okay.
So Wod nimesikia sauti yake sana in many songs, Sauti Soul, Nviri. In fact, Nviri's whole album, but he's a friend of mine. I'm known him from 2013. In fact, nilisikia ile
ukajua tu
sauti najua ni nani. I know this voice. So I looked for him. I told him, "What bana? Mimi nasikia tu mkono yake ipande nyingine ya secular." Na najua when you say when youth pastor, you're passionate about the church. Bro, mbona weki nguvu inside ya gospel? Akaniambia kitu yenye watu wengi ufikiria sana. Na it's sad that in some way it's true. And guys like me and a couple of my friends, we are trying to change that narrative. What aliniambia, gospel sijapata watu serious. Gospel new beba job yenyu na jokes. Nikamwambia Buddha, kama hujaona mtu serious ni mimi. Nikamwambia nipe session sainda kuja. So in 2021 we started recording. Na tuna record to not kujenga album, not kujenga anything. We just want good music. So tuna record. Yeah. So by the end of that year we had so many songs, bro. 2022 the same. And so a couple of projects and albums were born out of that season.
Okay.
And so this one is just one of them.
So kufupi unatuambia yani kuna mali tu, kuna storage tu fulani
bro,
kuna tu vitu huko hivyo
bro. Sai ukipatana na watu the big guys, the guys you would call superstars, a story is told of Burna Boy. He has about like 400 plus songs not released. Aya, hii sasa si a story. Michael Jackson kuna drive iko na 1,000 songs zake bro.
Man.
So why sisi wa gospel mbona tusikue na hizo songs zote? Yet our God has a vault full of songs. Akona songs mingi sana. So for me it's just ka unaimba imba. Ka unaimba find a way to sing every day. We imba.
There's a question, I love asking every time I have guests, artists especially. Everyone approaches, writing and crafting in a different way.
Yeah.
So there's a story ya Nyashinsky inakuanga famous because wasa wanasema akiingia booth like anazima lights, that kind of thing, so that akwe like in the element. Yeah. For you, how do you approach, writing? Is it your producer sending you a beat and you're like, yeah, I'll write to it, or you go there, aanze tu ku drop beats and you are on? How does it work for you?
So for me, first of all, lazima kukue na vibe, lazima kukue na love. Love in the studio. So every time I go to record, hivi tu mi kana produce, naanza kuchapa story, namwambia bro, namwambia venye uchumi labda imenigonga. Ananiambia manze, jana mama amenivuruga sijui nini. We talk as men, and everyone in the studio, we have a good vibe. Of course, mlo, I like it when people are eating, just breaking bread.
For sure.
So that's how most of my sessions start. Zinaanzanga na ubeshte ingine. I can't siezi ingia kwa zile sessions so stiff and serious. Like ingia, you have one now. Start
at any business or business face.
I mean, I can, but the product yenye utoka ikwangi refined. I love it when there is love, when we are sharing. And for me, something I always do before my sessions, because I acknowledge mziki si mimi largely, I'm just a tool. Mi tu natumika. I always tell God, wewe unataka watu wako wasikie nini leo? Before the mic is put on, I just say, God, how do you want your people to vibe, and what do you want them to hear? And then producer sianza na ka melody. I always write my songs from the chorus onwards. So mianza na chorus kwanza. All my songs have always started with chorus.
Okay.
So like a style different, some songs miwanga na the melody kutoka home. Style different ni zile zilini kujenikiwa kwa bafu uko tu niko iyo nilikuja na kimbogi Yesu wana style different. nika voice record. Mimi sema yani nikibiwa simu wanirudishie tu ni transfer hizo voice. Juu kuna album mingi sana hapo ndani. So yeah, kama 2019 kuna watu walinitenda, walienda na album zangu tu hapo kwa iPhone yangu, lakini Mungu ni nani?
God ni nani?
Yeah, no worries. So nika record the voice. And then when I went to the studio after tu hizo mastori nikamwambia, by then kuna kitu hapa, hebu sikini. Iyo nimekuja na kimbogi watu 1500 ndio squad. Then I work best with producers who play keys. I myself na play guitar, but mostly na work poa na producer na play keys. So thank God Manolo is good at keys, Magic Mike, the guys I've worked with, get Kim. So I play keys before and we get it going. From there, as I work on the chorus and the full song, most of my songs within 1 hour we are done. So as I work on
1 hour.
Yeah, bro.
1 hour you are done.
Bro, let me tell you, God has been gracious. Yani hata siezi jigamba, bro. Within 1 hour, some of these songs zinakuanga zimeisha. So because I don't overthink. By the way, I don't overthink my songs. I used to kitambo and ilikuwa inanipea tu nakwama. But I don't overthink. I just give, because I realize what people relate to in songs is the heart. They see the heart behind the song.
Sure.
Sing your heart out. Watu wataipenda tu. Sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. So
50-50, like give it your all. Yeah?
Give it your all and sing your heart out. Ukimba your heart, watu watarelate nayo. So I don't overthink the songs. I just, from the chorus, verse 1 nakuanga naiandika as anawako ni tunaile as ana press hiyo na nini, verse 2 ishaingia, kaa kuna bridge, and then within an hour to we're done. Tunaenda vitu zingine.
Yeah. Nakuwa nzuri tena sana. I'm going to be hitting you right about now with Try. And then when we mujes, what to understand, kwa hizi track zote, which is your favorite?
Wow.
When you come back, I want you to tell us that. Na isikuwe zile story banze ati zote napenda zote hapana bana. Tafadhali au sio?
Sawa.
Hapa blue tuna try, yeah. Lazima mini try, yeah. Kapitana na try, yeah. Lazima mini jaribu, yeah. Yeah. Don't give up on me just yet.
Nzuri tena sana. You have to be in the building, man. You have to be in the airwaves to understand what is going down. I particularly love this song because it speaks, like you said, it speaks about, giving hope.
Yeah.
And regardless of where you are, penye life inakupeleka.
Yeah,
at least
bro.
you have to keep trying.
What do you mean I try, man?
For sure, man.
Eh.
So I was reading, you have or you do like an initiative where you like help
Yes.
guys, with mental health, that kind of thing. How did you arrive, in this particular place? Why is it important for you to give back to society in that kind of way?
All right, thank you, man. So Siko Solo Initiative, we started this in 2020 with a friend of mine called Mary. Shout out to you. So Siko Solo basically ni ama Siko Solo. Siko peke yangu.
Yeah, I'm not alone.
So Siko Solo basically is a mental health awareness initiative. We say, I'm not a professional. You may not be a professional. We are not all psychologists or trained psychiatrists, but in the sphere of influence that we have, we can spark that conversation about mental health because mental health, just as like our physical health, is we need to take care of it. Is actually venye tu unaenda check up, venye unakula poa ndio feel poa, hukuli vitu mbaya. The same way ndio our mind, we need to take care of it. We need to feed our mind right things. We need to do check up, and people think so. Our main thing like this year has been demystifying myths. Myth nimeona watu wanaamini sana ni that therapy is for sick people or is for people who are already suffering a mental health issue.
Yeah.
And for me, what we're saying is therapy is for everybody. Go for therapy, bro. Unpack hizo vitu. In fact, one of the things that I advocate for ni before even you make major decisions in life, like marriage, and any therapy, get kujua, unpack childhood trauma. Unpack your upbringing, imecontributaje to you venye una behave sahi, and the lady you want to get married to, upbringing yake ina contributaje to venye yuko sahi. Does she have unsettled things? Does it affect how she uses money or how you use money? Does she affect how does it affect how both of you relate to one another? What are the expectations that are coming out of that? Unpack those things so that by the time you come now to being married, you're so aware. Mnajua mi ufanya hivi juu hivi. Mi ufanya hivi juu hivi. And I'm working on this. Because kuna places hatutafika nikiwa bado na hii. So I believe like such things, like therapy is for everyone.
Yeah.
Go for therapy, unpack things, and that's for me it's important because in 2020 I went through a rough time. We didn't have gigs. I went through self-doubt in the biggest way. Nilikuwa najiuliza, man, am I gifted? God, why did you give me this gift then? Mi nafaa niimbe alafu tu niende nifanye kazi ingine yenye like nikwe naimba church, watu wanasema mse anaimba poa, alafu nikwe naona watu wengine ndio hao wanaimba huko, wanatoa albums, mi nafanya vitu tu zingine.
Yeah.
Man, I was just nilikuwa napitia so much self-doubt, so much in my career path, so much imposter syndrome, if I can call it. And so at that time nikafikiria, man, wase wenye wanapitia hii dark place bila a spiritual angle. Jumi sana nilikuwa na pray. Umesikia nilikuwa naambia tu God, wewe ni baba yangu, wewe nisaidie. So nilikuwa nafikiria kwa wale vijana ama wale watu wenye bado hawako in touch sana na their spiritual side. Wao do nini wakipitia hizi issues? Wao fanya nini? Wao depend on alcohol ama wao depend on what? Juu hizo unajua hiyo high itapita na utapata uko worse, utapata uko same place if not worse. So for me it's just to let people know, you guys, there's this thing called mental health. And it deals with how you're doing emotionally, how you're doing in your psychological state, and how you're doing physically as well. And now, when we talk about mental health, there are mental health issues and how they come about. And I'm like, everyone should know this knowledge from the youngest age. Wacha tujui knowledge. So that's siko solo.
Ausya.
Yeah.
Nakuwa nzuri tena sana. I've loved the way you've brought it out. I'd like to dive deeper into faith and religion. How is it playing a part not only in your music but in your day-to-day life, and of course you interact with a lot of people. How do they understand that this is not I am not doing this only as a career, that this is as a person as a whole, this is who I am.
Man, wow, that's a deep question. So faith, religion, all boils down to relationship. It's a relationship, man. God is our father. He created us, whether you believe it or not. Yani nikasa hii useme hakunanga jela Kenya, hakuna jela. Ziko bro, whether you believe usibelieve ziko even ndio iko. It's the reality that we were created, and our creator, the evidence of our creator is that already there's a creation. Kama hii Sony iko hii mko studio, mnajua kuna speaker hapa kali sana ya Sony. Hii speaker hapa inamaanisha kama iko kuna mwenye aliunda hii speaker. So this speaker is evidence of Sony that waliunda juu wamebrand. So now it's the same thing. You are evidence of God, and he's branded us and he's loved us. So now when you see once we get past that we were all created by God, and God is for relationship. Yanataka kuwalk na sisi in this journey of life. And that's the main thing about religion and faith, that regardless of maliuko, Mungu anataka kukupata in that state. Kuna so many barriers and boundaries zimecreatiwa na man, by the way. Man, kuna so many things wamecreate. Church wanasema si tunapanga hivi, so nyinyi amne. Then hii ingine wanasema never interact with Muslims, never interact with nani. But bro, at the end of the day, we are all created by God, and in whichever way you find him, you will find him. Na atakupata if you desire. Bro, if you desire, utampata tu. So there are a lot of people who you've asked about, people seeing it as ministry and as a business. I'm in ministry in that I preach the word of God through my songs. But I'm also in industry in that I produce music, and I'm a performing artist. So hiyo ni kitu lazima ieleweke. In fact mimi nikipata mtu mwenye bado hajafika hapo, umeona bado kuna place hatuwezi interact sana. Juu kuna level ya jafika ya kuna kitu hajaelewa bado
kuna understanding,
atakuja kuielewa. Exactly, atakuja kuielewa.
For sure, inakuwa nzuri tena sana. Now before I hit you with this major collab right here, inajulikana kama Meza, our very own Manolo featuring Paul Clement. What is your favorite track?
Wow, you've just said it, bro. Favorite track yangu inaenanga ikichange, but at the moment sahi ni Meza. Meza ni favorite track yangu sahi, featuring my brother from TZ, Paul Clement. And favorite line in that song is adui kaniandama, ataka kunimaliza, hakutarajia neema yako. Bro, mara mingi ukiona the enemy akikuattack, anajaribu anakuattack, there is no time you ana count on God's grace. Mara mingi ataenda mbele ya Mungu, anapanga line kama ile time ya Job.
Ako forefront hapo.
Anapanga line anasema nimekam ku accuse mtu fulani. Nimekam ku accuse Manolo. Na akimu-accuse God anamwambia najua. Alifanya hivi na hivi najua. Alifanya pia hivi na hivi najua. Sasa mbona sasa usiniachie huyo ni deal na yeye? Anambia usijali. Gharama yake ilishalipo. Hivyo ndio iko mara mob, bro. There's no time he counts na jam yeye namkasirisha sana. Juu who account on God's grace over your life and mercy.
Wow. I think this is the perfect place to hit you with this one. Inajulikana kama Meza. If you're locking in, karibu tena sana. www.radio.co.ke is where you can find us live and direct to area kama Bacteria. Yes, man, that's how we are doing it. Chopping it up, of course, with Manolo in the building. Welcome to the Breakfast of Champions. Now, I believe you are a young man. I don't know how to say, sitaki kuseme miaka yako hapa hivi. Unajua Yeah, itakuwa fiti.
Still in my 20s.
Still in your 20s, au sio?
Yeah.
So of course, you represent a young group of young Kenyans who are by far right now the largest in the country in terms of numbers and population.
Yeah.
So this is a group of people who are going through the most in life.
Yeah.
When you are writing and crafting this album, what message do you want anyone who would listen to pick from this album? Did you have like a special message you wanted like to send out there to not only guys in Kenya but the rest of the world at large?
Yeah, when you observe people, kiangalia watu, they seem to be looking for something. Watu wako na pesa sana, kuna kitu wanatafuta bado hawajapata. Watu wenye wana pesa sana, kuna kitu bado wanatafuta bado hawajapata.
Yeah.
Like everyone seems to be looking for something and they're not satisfied because those who don't have money think that money will satisfy them. But even the ones who have money are not satisfied.
Are not satisfied, yeah.
And even when they get money, they don't get satisfied. Those who think that when I have a family and kids I'll be satisfied, they pray, they work, they get. When they get, they're not satisfied. They still look ni kama bado hajatosheka. Kuna kitu binadamu wanatafuta bro. Na the only thing that can fill our cups is God. Yeye ndio ako na manual ya hii kitu yote. Hii kitu inaitwa life bro. Yeye ndio ako na manual, yeye ndio anajua venye tutaifanya vipoa. Yeye ndio ako na njia ya kila mtu. No one is here by mistake. And God has a plan for each and every one of us. Hata mwenye amechoka, hata wale watu unapata umelala kwa mitaro ajielewi. God bado ana plan hiyo mtu. The main thing na kitu inatu distract sisi ni enemy anajaribu sana usirealize that God akona plan na wewe. Sababu ukirealize utatan umwambie God, you have my attention, now speak. Bible inasema venye Moses aliangalia hiyo burning bush ndio Mungu alispeak. God akuspeak until Moses angalie. So the enemy kitu kubwa wana fight ya ni attention yetu sana. Tusiangalie God, tumwambie Mungu mimi nimesurrender, basi niko hapa. Main message kwa hii album inaitwa Karibu, has 22 tracks, 73 minutes running time. The main message in this album bro is God is saying welcome to each and every one of us. Nasema I have a table, nimeandaa meza and a seat for you, just like the prodigal son. Nimeandaa na kungoja urudi. And the main message hapa ilikuwa God anasema welcome, na response yetu to that welcome ni God, here we are, I surrender. Nimeacha ujuaji, nimeacha ujuzi wangu juu siko satisfied. Nangangana bado, kuna kitu bado natafuta, siipati. So mimi nimeturn to you when ijaze, fill my cup.
And guide me also. I gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. I'm gonna be hitting you with this one. It's called On My Way. But before I do that, I want to take you back to a time, while you were starting out, while you were still in Kabarak High and all that.
Hey bro, research.
Did you envision one day you'd be here? Did you believe, or did the journey present or offer you that foresight that one day Manolo will be in such a place, inspiring generations, producing content that is changing life? Did you believe this was possible?
Oh man, wow, no. I never saw it. I always knew I'd be singing. I always knew this would be a big part of my life. Even in high school, yani nilikuwa naimba. Everyone who sees me na alioenda shule na mimi yani wakiona usema umse hakukuwa na njia ingine. This was the only way. So for me, I never saw it like that because at first we're doing it for fun. When you're in school, you're not thinking about rent, you're not thinking about anything. Kwa shule tu unasoma, haufikiri major life issues. Or rather for not everyone, let me just clear that. Kuna watu bado shule walikuwa nangangana, au ndio breadwinner home na kwa shule. But I thank God na mshukuru. There's nothing I've done to deserve my parents, and that the fact that they were there, that when I'm in school I'm only thinking about school. Yes. So now when you're in school, that's what's happening, and you're just doing it for fun. It was just the raw passion, doing it for fun. And sometimes me go back to that young boy and that young man, and I'm just like, if my heart is not like that guy's, yani your time nikuwa na do it for fun. Whenever I start doing it for anything else, mi urudi najikumbusha kijana, do it for this, do it for the passion, do it for, and it makes it easy. We go through some very hard things, but it makes it easier as you're going through trials. Because of this journey you've chosen, unakonga man, do it for the love.
Yeah, do it for the love.
Yeah bro,
for sure. Now there's something I really love asking, because growing up, everybody grows in a different family setup. And when we choose career paths, when we choose certain directions to go with, sometimes those closest to us don't show that willingness, that support. How has family and friends helped in your journey, moving in this journey? Because it's a career path that most people don't choose, and most people don't thrive in it. How has family and friends been that support system?
Amazing. So for family, I'd say that definitely it's been it was a scary road for my parents, because even in their own circle they don't know a successful musician. In their own circle, they know a good doctor, they know an engineer, they know a technician somewhere. They don't know a successful musician in their own circle. So it's the one for many are called, few are chosen. So it took me to understand their mbona wanaikataa sana hivyo. Ilini take me kuelewa kuona that hii kitu ni mimi naiona na si for them to see it. If it was for them to see it wangenifanyia. Ni mimi naiona. By the way, as a musician, wewe peke yako ndio unaona unaweza fika wapi. Wewe peke yako ndio unaona hii kitu inaweza work. I just need to work on this, I need to work on this, I need to work on this. I need to refine this side and keep going. Don't give up. And music or creative industry is it looks like what can I say? It's not easily quantifiable on a day-to-day basis when you're on the come up. Ukipanda ni mlima bro, yeah. But once you get there, people start understanding what you're actually seeing and what you're actually doing. Inakwanga ni kitu lazima wewe peke, na hii lazima kila mtu apitie wherever you are. In fact, mimi naogopanga sana hizo easy come ups, hizo zenye your first song is your hit bro, because you take it for granted, you take everything for granted. Unaitwa interviews wendi, unaitwa shows unachelewa wendi. Musicians by the way ufanya hizo vitu, fuatilia utapata ni such an easy come up. But the musicians you look at and you're like, bro, umse mbona na do such a great thing. Umse mbona shoot music video for 22 hours kwa barabara, kwa baridi. Ni because ana appreciate haikuwa easy ku come up. So I easy take anything for granted. Bro, if you look at those people, guys who have stories in the game for so long. Masi Masika has been there. Bro, Masi was there when I was a kid.
Na sahi bado wako, you've grown, bado unampata kwa industry.
Bado wako industry. When it comes to like the output, she doesn't take it for granted. So I'd say that for family, ili take me ku understand kusema okay, I understand that watakuja ku catch up na later, but then they've still been a support because anaweza kosa kuelewa mziki, but anaweza elewa other spheres of life, sure. And I appreciate them. They've been a support, bro, in one way or another, whether they know it or not. They've been a great support. Friends have been my greatest support, bro. I have friends who travel all the way from Nanyuki just to come and see me sing, man. That's great, huge, man. Yani mse anajua niko na event anatoka Nanyuki, bro,
come to aone ukiperform.
Yani you should see them wakijipanga. Hii afternoon msipange kitu, kuna kitu ya Manolo, bro. I can't take it for granted. Yani it's something that is
out of this all, man.
Yeah, bro, man.
Nakuwa nzuri tena sana. Wanasema mziki umeenda shule na una slap kushinda rola ya mzazi. Nakuwa nzuri tena sana. For anyone locking in, man, 10:45 in the AM. This is Man Lekipto, and I'm chopping it up, of course, with Manolo in the building.
Yo.
Asante tena sana. Official listening party. The album is called Karibu. And yes, man, it is specially made and dedicated to each and everyone out there. So of course, as we wind up, if let's say, and this is my own thinking,
yeah,
if there is one Kenya artist I'd be interested to see you collab with,
yeah,
and I'd like you to give me your top 5 after this.
Yeah,
is Nyashinski. I think Nyashinski, if he comes to one of your tracks,
yeah,
I think you guys could really do something crazy.
Bro, you're a Nyash fan. You're a Nyashinsky fan, eh?
For sure, but you know, the way he produces this gospel stuff,
Yeah.
it's quite on a different level.
Yeah.
You see, it's like you said, you know, there is like pouring yourself into the art.
Yeah.
See, do like you're there. Unaona kuna
Ile
kupoa.
tu uko tu.
For sure.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Au sio?
Yeah.
Inakuwa nzuri tena sana.
Inaweza kuwa nzuri tena sana.
Now, I want you to give me like your top 5 artists in Kenya who you'd love to do tracks with them, you know, because projects are coming. Si hapa peke yake. Unaona, au sio? Tuende kazi.
Man, I thank God so most of them ni work now sasa.
You've already worked with these guys?
I've already worked with them. I've always wanted to do a song with Daddy Owen. You know,
it's already there.
It's already there. I've always wanted to do a song with Alice Kimanzi. It's already there.
It's already there?
Yes. In Kenya peke.
No. It can be, in fact, why not? Let's go. Yeah, let's start Kenya, then you go worldwide, man.
I've always wanted to do a song with Moji. We have one called Testimony. I've always wanted to do a song with Kambua. We have one coming up very soon. Man, I thank God, bana. Hey, a year ago or two, singewaisema kitu kama hiyo. Ati we have one coming up. We have now.
This is something now in the works.
It's a reality now. Wow. And one with Kambua. Another artist I've always wanted to work with, I don't know, man. Nani mwingine nishe? I've always wanted to work with Solomon Mkubwa for some reason. Yeah, Solomon Mkubwa. Mimi napenda tu vibe yake. Now I've met him. He's a cool guy, chill guy. I've always wanted to work with him. Anyway, napenda tu kazi yake. Sijui any Solomon Mkubwa. Yeah. Why am I forgetting? I've always wanted to work with Eunice Njeri. Bro, Eunice Njeri anani bless.
So if she hops on a track, marvelous.
Very soon. Imfikie please.
Tafadhali.
Wana Blue, imfikie tafadhali.
Itamfikie na kwa nzuri tena sana, man.
Yeah.
So of course, as we wind up, what message, you know, currently you're doing a media tour. You'll be going, you know, countrywide, making sure that the album, you know, goes not only, you know, it's not only felt by guys in one place, but it goes regionally.
Yeah.
And I appreciate by the fact that, you know, you are going place to place, you know, bringing it to life in this particular place, something I've not seen many artists doing before. What can we expect first and foremost in the future? And of course, what are the expectations you have for this album? I don't know, is this like your debut album?
Yeah.
This is like your debut, yeah?
Yeah.
What are your expectations, man? What do you expect?
Mostly expect people to vibe with the songs and the message with this album. I definitely expect a lot of people to know me. Like in the album watu wengi watanijua nayo sasa. Like Manolo. Ukweli. I really think that this is the album that people will be like, oh, there's this guy doing this kind of music. But that's not the main thing. Apart for me, I expect that people will be blessed through these songs, man. Juu sijazifanya na motive ya anything else. Nimefanya na motive ya watu tu wabarikiwe through muziki.
Wagwan. You know, I love the way you are so down to earth. Ingekuwa celeb, like I hosted some guys a while back. Hawa jamaa walikuja na
mbwembwe.
Everybody, why? It was crazy.
Mbwembwe alijaza studio.
I can tell you for a fact, man. You see where I'm seated right now?
Yeah.
So I could not like turn right.
Serious?
East section yote, it was like media
Mbogi.
guys. Cameras everywhere.
Wow.
Literally guys are on your face. Ukipenduka tu. It was crazy, man.
Man, that's interesting, man. Hiyo yote inapita, man. Inapita, bro. You know, man.
Vitu za dunia
zinapita, bro. So, and you know the problem is, let me tell you, especially when you're on the come up, you work so hard for things that people wamepata tu out of being diligent. Unang'ang'ana, bro, unakam nao media wote nini, umewalipa most probably wote. Maybe it's a strategy for you, bro, but there are people who akifika tu hapa Blue, watu watajileta wenyewe.
People just come,
just out of them being diligent in their work and keeping pushing and you know the favor that God amewapatia. So for me naambianga wase, man, work smart. Wewe omba Mungu atakuletea hizo vitu tu pole pole, zitakaa in the right time.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
As we wind up, it's
Yes,
51 past 10 in the AM.
Yes, bro.
What is your parting shot? What message would you like to leave anyone listening here, of course, to the broadcast and in the future to get from today?
So 2 things. Number 1, album inasema karibu. God is welcoming you and I to a relationship with him, no matter where you are and what that looks like.
Yeah.
And it's as easy as saying, God, niko hapa. I may be confused in many ways. I don't know so much about you. Or what I know about you is what I learned in CRE and what maybe I've learned from the Bible after maybe just picking it, reading it kidogo. Or I don't even know about you. Maybe I've even grown up in a family that we worship a different kind of God. I don't know about you. Help me. Nataka tu kukujua. Reveal yourself to me. Pray that prayer over and over again, man, and see your life change. You won't even notice. God is so gracious and he's faithful. Sijaiona mtu ameturn to God ameachwa. He's faithful. The second thing ni kuishi poa na watu ni free. You don't pay to live well with anyone. It's just free of charge. Just live poor with people. Be kind to everyone. Manze. Yani sijinue, just be a good person. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sawa, nashukuru tena sana. I'm going to be hitting you with this one kwa jina la Yesu, of course, our very own Manolo featuring Daddy Owen in the building.
Yes.
Wanasemanga when you grow up you should not meet your heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I watched this e-clip ambayo you were talking about, transitioning, from guys on TV being heroes.
Yeah.
From now, a place where, guys in the Bible are, of course, your heroes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would you say right now you have become in your own right a hero, because spreading that message, spreading the gospel, giving hope? Because, man, hakuna kitu hard in life.
Yeah.
Kama sometimes, most of the time we are low. Kuna ile point you are very low.
Yeah.
Like having someone who can give you a sprinkle of hope is like life changing.
Yeah.
So far in this journey.
Yeah.
Is there a moment you can reflect and look back and be like, I did this and I saw someone's life being impacted and this is why I did it?
Definitely I've met people who are like, bro, when you sang this song, I was going through the worst.
Yeah.
And I listened to this song and it gave me courage, it gave me hope. What that does, it doesn't make me feel like a hero per se, but what it does, it makes me know that what I'm doing has an impact and what I'm doing is not for me. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than just me. So I can't just be there thinking about me.
Yeah.
It's all about, it's not about me. God's heart is for the people, bro. So whenever I come across people who say that, or people who just tell me how my music has impacted them in one way or another, mi pata nguvu mpya, motivation ya kurudi studio kupika tena, bro.
I'll see.
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
for making the time.
Thanks for having me, bro. Kipto, it's been real. Asante sana. Really fresh studio, really cool conversation. Guys can find the album, by the way.
By the way, you haven't told us where we can find it.
Yeah.
Streaming platforms, that kind of thing.
It's out on all digital platforms. These songs zote Kipto ameplay, including yenye nenda kucheza sai. You can find them on Boomplay, Audiomack, Spotify, wherever it is. End of stream songs uzipate. I'll be dropping the videos on YouTube one by one. Leo, keep your eyes peeled. I'll be dropping something as well. So make sure uko ready for that. Natakuwa na time for, bro.
I'll see.
Yeah.
Asante tena sana. Can't wait for that concert, man.
Also you can follow me actually on Instagram and all platforms as Manolo_KE. Unaweza nipata, itakuwa poa sana. Hata Kipto nataka kufollow sahi.
For sure. Hata mimi nitakufollow ndio tusimisi hizi updates.
Ndio usimisi updates.
Yeah, lazima.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna be hitting you with this one by Manolo featuring Daddy Owen.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.